Hey y'all, it's the Calming Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl, and welcome back for all of you guys that have been riding with me, and welcome for all of you guys that are new here. Okay, so this one is an update on Chrisean, y'all. So let me pull her up, child. Let's pull Chrisean up because she does have a flight. I think it's tomorrow. It's coming quickly and it's coming fast. So let's get into her. Honestly, I ain't really did no update on Chrisean, but so I sometimes some stuff, y'all, it just be too low vibrational for me. So it's a lot of times where I just have a hard time to even look back at it. But I do follow one of the ladies that I follow because I be busy, so I try to kind of Google in, hit in, and see what hot, current topics and what's going on, right? And she does. So hit up T-Top with your girl. But she actually is from Baltimore. And she actually went to Chrisean's, I forgot what they call it, the word for it. But it's like where they do the interview and the press conference, like maybe a week before they actually do the fight or a few days, whatever. And so I noticed when she went live and she was showing Chrisean, I was looking at her energy, and she just definitely in a different space. And one thing about me, I ain't never been no hater. I'm going to always give credit what credit is due. And I do see her making, in her spirit, trying to make some changes. My frustration lied in doing the past readings. And you can't get mad at me. I do the card. So when I'm reading the messages are what they are. This is my personal opinion I'm speaking on. But when I speak on the cards, when I see that type of energy, it just sends my soul to a place. I do know Chrisean is still a child. She's just a baby, okay? She's got a lot to learn. I understand a lot about her background more than that I've, done a little bit more research. Because, again, a lot of it is just her and BlueFACE. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all know that because y'all watch, right? And one thing I can't stand is to see a baby, struggling like that. And y'all know, especially y'all, that's who, even if you right here, y'all know for real, like that poor fella done been through a lot. And me, I'm a mom, it's tough to watch, okay? I do know she a baby. I do know she need help. But at some point, you got to kick in because you got to take care of your baby, okay? That's just where I'm at with that. That's like a lot, And that little boy, he's been through a lot, y'all. I'm talking about just even in us visibly watching this all play out, okay? So we're going to keep him in our prayers. And it looks like things, because I think enough of us have put our energy together. Enough people been praying. And it looked like things are starting to change. And I'm praying that they continue to go in a positive direction for her, okay? Another thing I noticed, too, is that she had Coach Calvin. And that really made me say, wow, what a blessing. Because he trains Javante. And that's what's up, Chrisean. Getting the right team, the right people involved. That's what I'm talking about. Let me say this. Everything that we do, whatever it is we study, whatever we aspire to wish, we dream for, and we go after it. It don't matter what you want to do. I've got to do a special show on Michael. We're going to do him. Because the movie is amazing. And Jafar, you deserve a trophy. Okay? So let's go back to Chrisean. Training is everything. That is, look at the blessing she got, y'all, to come in with that kind of training and that kind of help starting, beginning, coming out the gate. So I'm going to say Chrisean has a lot of blessings, okay? And I'm going to say something. Her ancestors is really, really fighting for her from the other side. Because you can see this. Clarissa Shields, unfortunately, doesn't even have this type of training. Remember, anything we set out to do, it's a strategy, it's learning, it's a process. And you always want to have the best. Coach Calvin for Chrisean is like Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's son. I'm here for it. So, I want to see her. She got the heart of a lion. That motherfucker fought 10 people. Now, you know, we're talking shit what we did to reading, but she did fight them. She got the heart of a lion. I say her and T.I., they got the heart of a lion, baby. Both of them remind me of each other and the energy of that, okay? And I will say that that's a blessing and a big deal. Because when you are in your craft and something that you aspire to do, you want to get the wisdom and you want to learn from the best. And it looks like Chrisean is headed in a good direction. So y'all, let's keep sending her good energy. Let's see what her current birth chart, you know, astro chart energy is in the atmosphere, you know, and let's just see what's up for her. Okay. We do know that she's a Pisces sun. Okay. Let me see what else we can pull up for her in the current transits, though. A lot of energy is in Aries, and there you go. With the current transits, we can simply say right away, Aries is athletes, Aries is fights, you know, Aries is war. So at the end of the day, you know, she is having a fight in just really less than 24 hours or whatever, the next 24 hours. So this is definitely aligning with the energy, you know, Mercury being in Gemini, communication. We're going to see her on this big screen, as well as, you know, we'll see the spirit in a fight of her in a fight. Like, she is literally going to be boxing, okay? Uranus and Taurus, shakeups and assets in your value. So, you know, one thing about Uranus, it can go up, it can go good, it can go bad. So we're going to see what's up. So let's just see how things are going to pan out for Chrisean. We rooting for her, we rooting for Junior. Okay? You know, I felt the way, because I can't stand to see when a child is being, I just can't take it. But I do see her trying to make some changes. So let's root for her and let's get into it and see what's going to happen, y'all. Okay? And one more thing. We will tap on, we'll pull on BlueFACE energy. But to me, Chrisean is doing good by how she separated herself. Right? And it looks like she's going to continue to push forward. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I pulled some clips together. I also was able to pull, I think, a few that were really most updated of Junior making some progress, because I didn't have any idea. So I was interested to see that. So I added that in there too for you guys. And of course, messy ass Carlissa, child. She got to do better. I put that in there for just so y'all could see that bullshit. But who y'all got y'all money on tonight? Look, here they go. So y'all, what y'all thinking? Y'all got your money on Chrisean, or you got your money on Zenith? Make sure y'all sound off in the comments, all right? And I think I did good. I pulled also just some more clips about Chrisean too, and updates with her. All right, let's get into the reading too. Peace and love. I'll see you guys soon. And Clarence up next, y'all.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Girl, the fight has already started, and they ain't even stepped into the boxing ring yet. So Chrisean and Zenith did a little interview with Blue Rock TTV, and I said, oh yes, this the type of instigation we need right before the fight start. Get them nice and riled up. Child, when I tell you it got a little messy, baby, it got a little messy. Even Carlissa had to put her 2 cents in. So it started out with Zenith seeming a little too happy for my liking. I said, oh, you could tell she come from a loving home. Child, Chrisean need to fight somebody who come from the struggle. Somebody who got a little pain inside their heart. Zenith was sounding too much like a little fangirl in the beginning.
Was there something in particular that made you want to have this boxing match with Chrisean?
Chrisean is someone that's low-key been on my radar for a while. I've actually looked at her story, and I've always been on the side of always wanting to be a better person. I've always seen her try, and I've always seen her be a go-getter, and that same fight is just as like, ooh, let's get to it. I admire and I want to work with people. And
she seemed real excited for the opportunity to be connected to Chrisean. But when Chrisean hopped online, she was saying she couldn't hear her. And folks was calling BS. They say it was a whole bunch of bull-ish going on, that Zenith could hear Chrisean. She was just playing games.
What's up with you, Zenith? You okay?
Zenith's audio for some reason is going in and out now. I'm not too sure why that is.
I didn't hear. She said something? I couldn't hear.
Yeah, I said, what's up with you? You okay?
Translation, ho, is you cool? It's right around the corner and things are heating up fast. When I tell you it got a little hot in there, baby, it got hot in there. Chrisean and Zenith had their weigh-in and a little conference. And girl, Chrisean started acting like she was hitting Zenith. Baby, I got a little nervous. And cause I thought like, ooh, is they gonna start fighting right now? Child. But anywho, Zenith reminded Chrisean that she was gonna put belt to ass.
Chrisean, I've been saying it from day one. I am gonna kick your ass. And outside of that, you're gonna need way more than a damn cover-up to cover up the damage I'm gonna do.
I said, ooh, now she threw a punch to her face about that BlueFACE tattoo. Oh, you getting a little messy, Zenith. I like that.
So you rehearsed that. You read the energy in the room.
You need to rehearse the English grammar, ma'am.
She don't know Christ or something.
Girl, when I seen that and I heard
All right, we're going to get it on the road. Hold on, for TV camera. Just go over here for
Oh, she mad. Chrisean.
Her for celebrity. She came to me saying, I want to do this. And y'all know what I do. This is what I do. So I'm waiting for that night. I'm like a fan coach right now. I want to see all the work that we put into her that night. And I know Zena is going to put on the show.
Exactly.
I know she is. We expecting that. But when y'all see this girl work, y'all gonna go like this. Uh-oh. What they gonna do over there? Y'all seen her on Bad Girls, but this right here, she understands it's real. So y'all better tune in. I'm telling everybody that know our work, watch this girl that night. Watch her. Y'all gonna be very impressed because she ain't just transferring to be a boxer. She transferring to change her life.
Yeah, she moved out the way, huh?
She moved out the way.
If anybody shadow box me, I might slap you. Well, I'm gonna shadow box you back, but it might get out of hand. That's how I felt her energy. Yeah, for sure. She was I was like, dang. I don't know what it was, but we gonna see.
and then she wasn't ready to get in that ring and show the other one what time it is. They surely is ready now. Now let's get into Miss Carlissa, because she has a message for Chrisean. She says she hopes she get her butt toe up and that she need to stop exploiting her relationship with Christ. She said Holy Spirit may not want to jump in the ring for her battle. I said, ooh, Carlissa. But anywho, let's get into it. Mind you, Jaden is right there.
Anyway, I wanted to touch bases a little bit on, because I hate when I see people try to use their relationship with God against other people's relationship with God, because I don't like that. I don't like when people do that. Like, if you got favor and you think you got favor, that's great, but you never know if your opponent has favor as well. You never know who you walking into. Just because some people don't exploit, their relationship with God for every little reason, doesn't mean, and this is because I want my other grandbaby's mama to know, like, you cannot underestimate people because you have the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is free and due to all of us. So be prepared, study your craft hard, and don't underestimate Zena, because she could possibly have more of the Holy Spirit than a lot of us. We don't know. And some people, y'all be going in these, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. Okay, that's between you and God. But that does not negate that your opponent may also be a born-again Christian follower of Christ, one who doesn't sin, one who follows all the rules. I mean, one who has more favor. Just because your opponent don't exploit that they may be walking in that ring with God, I mean, I don't see, I know God does war, and I know he might, fancy that y'all are going to get in there and do a man's sport, but that doesn't mean that he agrees on this either. You have to go in there with some level of intensity. It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle that you are creating by choice and for money and for wealth. It's not a battle that he fancies. It's not a battle that, it's no different from going on baddies. Let's put it that way. Getting into the boxing ring is no different from going on baddies. If you get on baddies and you get in a squabble on baddies, you squabbling. You are in a battle. It's, last man standing. Does God want us all to be battling and raging against each other? No. But it's our choice because he gave us free will. But please don't ever underestimate anyone else's relationship with God and then get in that ring and get boo-bop, mink, mink, mink. Because I'll be walking around because I know God, and he be talking to me and telling me secrets and telling me stories and how we going to move and what we going to do and how we going to do it. And I still have run into people that just didn't run their mouth as much as me, but they got God too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't Goliath. There's a few Davids out here, okay? So we want to be very, very careful because, yes, we are putting our trust in the Lord, but it's sounding like you're putting pride on top of favor that you don't know if somebody else got it. And we got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful because the Holy Spirit may say, this is as far as I go. I'll wait for you at the ring. I'll make sure, you don't get flatlined and I'll be here when you get back. But that don't mean that the Holy Spirit wants to join in this battle. He might just be there for you to fix your life, for you to go on the journey. But don't be mad if you lose the fight and you get mopped up and then be like, well, Holy Spirit, what happened? The Holy Spirit went to the ring with you, okay? He might not let Goliath take you out, but he might not let you take Goliath out either. This is a spiritual conversation for, people who need to eat and learn and then to get out the ring. Like, where was you at, Holy Spirit? You let the girl drag me down the street. You got to know. Everybody has free will to have a relationship.
When I came back to Baltimore, I was trying to get situated and stuff like that. So, because the Spirit of God was like, this is where your assignment is. This is where your purpose is. If you're going to be doing boxing, you're going to be with Calvin. But through my whole camp, I ain't have a home till today. So when I got my keys today, I'm on my way here. He rushed me. I'm like, yo, I'm picking up my keys. Oh, yeah, handle that. So when I came back to the boat,
Slide, so you want to say hi? Just so you know.
keep the camera out the baby face too much.
Oh, sure.
You look good. Hey man, you ready to take that jacket off? Meet this. Can I get a kiss? You love your mommy? You love you too? You want to get there, huh? Come on. Let's go walk. We're going to walk in the park.
Hey, Soul Family. All right, so this is Chrisean cards. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. And you know what I wanted to show y'all that was crazy? And let me show y'all. Okay, so I don't think I flipped this deck, right? For when I did Ashley's reading. Ashley, Janae, and may she rest well. But when I got off of, finishing the reading, because it was so long, I was, let me get out of here. But look at this, y'all. Look at that was on the bottom of the deck when I had shuffled it. It just was the only deck that I didn't get to, I just was like, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Because I felt like the answers were pretty much, very much there, faking it. You've built a picture perfect love for the outside world, but behind closed doors, you're unraveling. I just had to show y'all that. But anyway, let's get into it, Chrisean. I had already blessed the cards. So let's see if Miss Chrisean gonna win. I think they weighed in, so I'm gonna make sure, sorry about that, that I pull the clips, guys, for you guys. And we're gonna start with the traditional cards first. Let's just get her current energy and stuff, period. Like, current energy just in general. Yeah. Let's start with these, too. I love these. Let's just do these. Start with this one in the traditional. I hope y'all doing good. It's early in the morning. I said, let's go on and get in here. I'm gonna do Clarence for y'all next, child. Because, girl, it's starting to get crazy. She giving single white female energy. Remy really need to go get a restraining order. Somebody, I don't know, it's starting to get weird. I'm just saying. So let's do baby girl Chrisean. Let's do the current. Yeah, let's start with these. Do a little energy too. Sorry about that in your ear, y'all. I just wanted to break it up. I had blessed them, I saged. So let's do it. Okay, let's see what's up. I'm gonna pull a few of these just to get her. I really like these. These are like really the truth. Let's move that out of the way too. Okay, so Chrisean moved on her new journey. She is her big fight is today. I think they said that it will go 3 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. And we don't go with that. I got a question. Is Chrisean at home? Is this fight happening in Baltimore? Let's Google. Where is that happening, guys? Let's see. Is she at home? I can just use a computer. Duh, I got so many devices. Don't live here. Let's see, because that would be right there for us, right? Let's see. want to say it's home, maybe even close to her home. Fourth house could represent short trips. So even if it's Baltimore, maybe something close around that energy. Let's see. Harris, Philadelphia, yep. Yeah, home for her. Because all of that is like right around in the same energy. So we know she has a celebration, a fight. Look at that. Fourth house fight, tonight. Okay? All right, Chrisean. So we see that out the gate for her, right? Look, change. Uranus is here. Remember, it's funny because I think I spoke on that before we even, it's hilarious. I think we spoke on this before when I do the beginning of the video. And it's interesting because breakthroughs are here, okay? So it could be the shakeup, but in this energy, this is about surprises and unexpected events happening, okay? This is about diversity, but again, this is about breakthroughs, okay? And then look, you got energy of she really has done the work, guys. She has trained, profusely. And I think it was the other day they said she had a real breakdown. I'm going to have to find that and pull that up. And it's not funny, but I know how y'all feel when you be so damn hungry. Oh, my God. They said, she was like, I just want to eat. And I know what that feel like. Oh, my God. Y'all know what that feel like when you just got to eat something. But she been putting in the work, okay? And look, communication is here. So it's gonna be something, it's gonna be some shakeups and surprises, okay? All right. Okay, Chrisean. That's what's up. So let's get into the messages. Let's see. Let's get her current energy. And I'm gonna say this too. That Capricorn energy too is also, look, this Chrisean, ain't she a Pisces sun? When I say I love this deck, that was on the top and the bottom. Look at that. This is her energy. Mercury communication, fourth house. And so with that Virgo energy on the bottom, to me, that's the detail, that's the training, that's the getting prepared up into this point to, do this actual fight today. Okay, so Chrisean has been putting in the work, and I'm gonna say this: she's a powerful manifestor, the alchemist. So her prayers, and what do we call her? Is it Chrisean Holy Hands? Is that what it is? Right? Let's see. Energy current messages. Chrisean Rock. Let's just get current energy right now. See what's up with Chrisean. Just in her current energy right now. Ooh, that's too many, y'all. Is it? Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, let's figure out how this unpack. This failed last, so we're gonna pick that up. That went over. That went over. All right. So thank you, Spirit. Okay. I'll take it because it's clearly her messages, and she must got a lot to say for that to just spill out like that, right? I'm sorry, let me move my genie lamp a little bit. I'm gonna move these over. Hope y'all doing good. Like I said, it's Saturday. Okay. Alright. So these are her messages. So now let's ask. Oh. So that's the top, that's the bottom. So let's see any extra messages for her. Extra messages. the bottom. All right. Now let's see what this focal point, because this is interesting. For her current energy, she got the Ace of Cups. And it's interesting, but with her being a Pisces sun and it being in reverse. You know, it's interesting when you're looking at her energy. It's funny because if you think about it, this is the energy that she's in. You know, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to her, but even when I saw the Tea Talk with your girl, when she was there live and they were interviewing her last week, you know, she could be going through a lot of things, which we know she is, especially with her baby, you know, it's something energy there. I don't know if y'all pay attention to it, but it's kind of like she like, it's a little sadness. It's a little bit of emotional block looking energy towards Chrisean. It's kind of interesting. So let's unpack and see what her cards are saying. She definitely in it to win it, but I know what y'all mean. When you're looking at her temperament, it's giving that kind of, she's kind of very demure, you know, not the Chrisean we used to see, the one who be talking and you know what I'm saying? It's interesting. I know y'all know exactly what I'm trying to describe. Damn, it's true. It's right here in the messages. Let's. This is her current energy, y'all. It's not the fight, okay? We getting there. We're gonna just go over her current energy real quick. Chrisean done been through a lot, especially right here, like I said, and this got a lot to do with Junior. Is Junior with her right now? Y'all chime in the comments, because I didn't really get a chance to look and see. Remember I said that, I know they had said something about, I don't know if they said that he'd been picked up or, remember it's all kind of stuff, y'all. I can't keep up. So y'all please chime in the comments. But a lot of this energy has to do with that, okay? Chrisean is working on herself, right? That's what we looking at. And this is energy in this new, I'm going to say new chapter for her is about her self-worth, okay? So this is the energy of her. This is opportunity. This fight is for her to become, not be dependent or codependent, right? This is a means to an end, meaning this opportunity is for her to change things around, okay? And yeah, she been, you know, beat down and, you know, told, you know, her parenting skills, all the things. Here it is right here. All of it is in question. But even though this is the energy that she's been in, also, too, this could represent her. To me, when you see that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, that's like her trying to get the means to have a stable home, a stable foundation, you know, getting somewhere to stay. And she's the strength of her, right? Remember I said she got the heart of a lion. So out of all her obstacles, everything she facing, you know, especially with her walking away from BlueFACE, all these things, she gonna come in strong. Y'all see that? And here it is. She gonna fight. She got the courage. You can't make these messages up. Y'all see that? Wow. This is the baby. This is Junior. Remember, this always comes up like that for her. I don't know if y'all watch my previous readings. Make sure y'all can, you know, go back in the timestamp. I'm going to try to start putting some little playlists together so it can kind of come right up, you know. But he is, of course, experiencing challenges. And yes, you know, the people, the public, the people around her, they're understanding the challenges and people are shining light on it, whether it's to help her, but it's also to get him some help, okay? And he does have challenges, guys. He does. It's here in the messages. And ain't it funny how, look at the messages, how he's here with the challenges. And so it still goes back to her, right? Trying to get her life back in order, you know, trying to turn things around for the positive, trying to come from being dependent on others to her becoming, you know, being able to rely on herself, to depend on herself so she can take better care of that child, right? This is, remember I said this is tied into this. This is the energy. So it's something in regards to the baby too, why her energy is like that. I think it's a lot of realization here. When it comes to her child, that she's going to have to face truth, right? Take action. You know, understanding that he has challenges and delays, okay? Her having to understand that he has delays, right? And that she's going to have to do a better job at taking care of him. Y'all see these in the messages? That's crazy. She working on it, though. Okay? You're going to hear her being more emotional. You know, Chrisean, that's just a part of her energy. But we're going to hear some things, you know, it's going to be some more things to come out. I always remember darkness before light, all right? Just trying to find a balance is where Chrisean is, guys. Trying to fight through, look, this is the thing. When you see this energy, you know, she come a long way. And then that's why all the messages are showing all the things like, you know, what also has caused delays for Junior, right? Which would be her addictions, allegedly her, you know, the things that people said that, you know, she was partaking in, right? That caused the delays for him, right? But she working on it, y'all. Look, she, even when the message is to be back in realignment, which we see her on the path to that, right? She definitely had a, you know, a ending moment, a collapse. You know, we watched it happen as she got into the fights with the girls in the past at the park and all of that. But she felt betrayed when it came to BlueFACE. It's in the messages, you know. But at the end of the day, it's still strength present, right? These messages to me, this when I say current energy, current past, she is in a place of reprioritizing. You know, things have been off balance. But to me, we're going to get into what's ahead in the current energy of the fight. But she has been very emotional. And remember, she was crying. Remember, they said she was hungry, the training, you know, the development, going through new changes and new stages in her life. It's a new cycle. A new cycle is here, okay? For Chrisean, we here now. But this is all tied into what's been going on. Her moving away from, you know, moving away from BlueFACE. All of these different things. Her, you know, them saying her being homeless. You know, look at all the obstacles and transitions and the ups and downs for the baby, right? It's all in the messages. But she's been fighting and through it, right? Although it's really, really, really been tough. New cycle is here. And remember I said a new beginning. And this is it. So let's go ahead and get into her, current energy of the fight and what's ahead for Chrisean. And you can't, it doesn't get any more like right here. Look, Five of Pentacles is about, loss, being outside in the cold, being homeless, right? Also being looked at like that in a way. Well, guess what? When it's in reverse, it's about recovery. So we got good energy right now that this is new beginnings for Chrisean. Remember, new cycle is here, right? The wheel turns, okay? Good luck, karma. She's been putting in the work. A new cycle of her life. Recovery. So now she may have a home, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to pull it up because I feel like she does have a home. I heard somebody say keys, right? Or keys when I saw somebody say that she got somewhere to live. And this is her new beginning on her new journey. So congratulations, Chrisean, to that. Because she has been through a lot. And you can see it in the messages, right? Okay, so let's see the energy of the fight, right? Because that's what we want to know. We know what she's been through. We know, that she's pushing through and pushing forward, right? We do see the challenges with Junior, but it looks like, new beginning, new cycle, her making the changes necessary so she can become, independent instead of being dependent. So, let's see. Let's see. Victory, what she have? Victory, what she have? Let's see what's gonna happen. Because that's what we want to know. And I'll start with these. Well, Chrisean, look. Will she defeat? She had victory today in her fight. Which I think we had a good indication even in them cards just now as they ended. Y'all know. Okay, that fell out. Nah, we're gonna let's do that. Sorry about that. She keep getting that card. That's interesting. Yeah. Messages for Chrisean. We don't just do a 1-3, you know? Message for her. Thank you, Spirit. She got help, though. She got the same messages. Y'all see that? She gonna have victory in that fight, though. That's a fact, yeah. And look, to me, when I see my cards kind of come up like that, she got anxiety, though. She nervous about it. And the energy is she want better. She want better. Chrisean feel like she done been through it. And she has. She has. But when you see this in reverse, it's like she done been through the worst of it. And now it's time for her to move forward to the best of it, okay? Just the bottom line. But she is nervous. It's in the messages right now. She got anxiety, right? But look, the messages here, Queen of Cups, that's her energy, the food, new beginnings. She finna get up there and do her big one. She finna turn her energy around, okay? So victory is here for Chrisean, and it have been tough. And this has been her issue, money. But she got support around, and Coach Calvin guys around, right? This is about her earning self-respect too. And a lot of those messages you saw on those cards, it's the same energy. But look, she gonna earn it. And again, she got 2 cycle cards. World card, you know, completion, accomplishment, things becoming full circle for her. Things becoming whole, okay? So, you know, she's out of the worst of it. And it's time for her to move to the best of it, okay? So, celebration. Yeah, we gonna see our girl pull through. Now, let's see what's ahead for her. Quick. Well, we know she's, you know, victory is here for her. All right? It's a strong girl. I don't even want to ask about none of them losers. Not Clarissa, not BlueFACE, not none of their ass. We could just do him maybe separately. This is her day. This is her victory. And y'all see that even in her energy, she just like, it's been sad for her. You know, probably sad for her to watch him and all his shenanigans, but she really want better for herself. You can see it in the messages, guys. Okay? A lot of new beginning energy, new beginnings. Listen, Chrisean might fuck around and end up being the new face of women's boxing. I'm telling you, with them complete cycle cards, like that world card at the end, you know, all of that to me is also that energy, okay? Coming in here and taking the world by storm. Everything been in the upright, and she got the strength. Even though she feel weak and sad about certain things, her mind is strong. You saw the strength card, strong enough to push through this fight, right? One thing about Chrisean, y'all, she always shows us how highly emotional she is. So as she goes through this process, even ahead, you know, you can just see like it is a level of depression there. It is. It's even in her energy right now as she begins to fight today. Y'all just take a look and watch and see, okay? She got help though. And even ahead, we may see her in a new relationship. But for the most part, she gonna continue to train. She gonna, you know, take a step back. You notice that y'all hearing about her, but not in a way that you used to, right? So this gonna be her, you know, she gonna, after this fight, she gonna take a little break. She gonna retreat. But also, something about this energy, too, when I keep saying take a break. I don't know what's ahead, but maybe it's also possible somebody around her can experience some type of, you know, some type of energy of not being well. It's some, like I said, it's some secrets that's going to be revealed. Something is coming out. I don't know what it's about, okay? But it will be revealed because the messages is still here, all right? It's something Chrisean is keeping in as well. Clarify that high priestess. Let's see. She don't have victory in this fight. We talking about moving forward with her life, right? Mm-hmm. She been going to church, for sure. She gonna continue that. This is really what holds her faith. Her faith is really what gives her strength. And as she moves forward, it's going to be some good news for her. She's going to have some contracts and stuff, you know, meaning coming out of this, coming from this fight, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 9 of coins. That's some money. Like, you see the difference in the way that it's positioned at 9 of coins? So she coming from, you know, her self-worth, her value. That's what these messages really, truly represent. Her value. And now she get to turn that around. Her putting in this work, and it ain't been easy. She ain't even understood this whole process, but it's like, some things are just necessary. And even with the high priestess, you can't see it all. It's like some seeds under that aren't, you know how when they say the seed is in the ground and it's forming, things have, you know, not developed, it's still growth. This is the energy of Chrisean as well. We're going to see her continue to grow. You know, you don't see it all yet, but she is going to grow, and you're going to see transformation, you know, but it's going to be transformation for the better. Because this 9 of coins is upright, which is self-sufficient. And that's what she's been working towards. And that's what we wanted to see that's ahead for her, right? And look, the 2 of Wands, the focal point energy is opportunities are going to be, you know, they're here for her. She understanding her vision better. You know, discovery for her, new things, new beginning, new ways of doing things, better ways. You know, moving out of the old ways and coming into new ways. And she is really, really considering her options and making her goal right now is to make better decisions. And this is her energy change. As we see her go forward, it changes, okay? She's going to bring in abundance. And we're going to see a better version of her. You know, 9 of coins is sophistication, okay? So good for you, Chrisean. Let's pull a few of the T cards, and then we're going to get out of here. We'll do BlueFACE separate. I don't even want to pull on those losers. They don't even deserve that energy, right? So let's pull, let's get a few of the T cards. You know, I got to get my TT. All right. And we'll still pull a little twin flame here and there just to see what'll pop out for her, right? Let's see. I like this deck too. You know? Let's pull them out and see what's up. Rock. Oh, let's do these two. I haven't used these either. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's do these two. Right. Let's get into it. So Chrisean gonna have some victory. Yay, girl. I'm glad to see that for you. And look, the energy around her, she got anxiety, she nervous, but she gonna push on through. And another thing that I saw too, like I said, this been a whole thing for her, especially in the journey with her child too, with all this being in it. I've been through a lot in a little short period of time. And I'm telling you, that little baby boy, that little boy done been through a lot in his little life. Ooh-wee. When I first started seeing this, I was so frustrated with her, watching all that go on. But after a while, you just be like, ooh, you just have to say a prayer. And it looked like she moving in a good direction, better direction. So let's keep that energy. I'm going to take it as this. Yeah. Let's do a few more. Thank you. It's a total different ball game too, guys. You got to think about it when you are, you know, her boxing training like that. And then, you know, the way what she used to be. That's also the energy of those messages too, you know. Because that's a huge change in her life if you think about it, right? So that's her energy. Okay. So let's pull the next. Okay. So yeah, it is a big difference. And I could imagine her energy being all over the place, coming from this way to, you know, complete discipline and just, you know, even in her health and stuff, she looks super physically fit. And this, I gotta pull a thing for her weigh-in, but I think the picture that they showed, like how some people do the still pictures, it looked like she was, you know, in good shape, okay? Physically fit. That's good. Sean, let's see what you got, baby. Okay. Okay. Let's get a few more. I had already did these, so I'll just shuffle. Chrisean. I don't know what's up with them cards today, right? Let's do one more. They did that right. Oh, a little clumsy, right? I'll take it. Okay? Alright, we'll do them later. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wow. Alright, let's see. Alright. Last few. Let's get this energy and see what's up. Chrisean Rock, Pisces Sun. Let's see. I wonder who she, after today, I guess we'll see what's the next fight. But it looked like Chrisean gonna light this sector up and give it something good, you know? Good energy to female boxing look like. Okay? All right. And the last message is for Chrisean. All right. see. And we're gonna get in it. Okay. Chrisean. Thank you, Kid. Okay, we'll take it. Okay, now let's see what we got. And of course, you know, I always start off with my T cards. So let's get into it, guys. I'm trying to see what I did with my little deck, but I don't even see it. I think it was on the bottom. There it is, on the very bottom. But fed up over it and not having it, frustrated. You know, this has been the energy of her. I think we saw that in the cards, not now, but just in the past with, you know, how things have played out. You know, I guess we can chalk it up to Junior, to all the things that she's been dealing with, right? So snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. Then they say the people were basically doing that, and I don't know if the word was that they turned her in or they got CPS to come for Junior, but that's the energy of that, as well as I think one of the content creators, he's doing a lot, so I would get that to the energy. I think his name is Sean Davey Way, I think, too. So energy of that, you know, trash, rejection, taking out the trash, kicking to the curb. You know, it could be the energy of her saying enough is enough with BlueFACE, and she was fed up and moving forward, right? It's so funny. Y'all ready to laugh? So, look, don't be surprised. Y'all see her dating somebody new, which I think she just needs to stay focused, but who am I? So, cuddle session, intimate moments, escaping the world together. But Chrisean will be what? Ain't that funny how the cards tell the truth? Throwing hands, all right? So the fight is here. She's fighting. Yeah, she could be facing disagreements, hostility, yada, yada, conflict, but fighting is here. And her fight is today, right? And she will be what? Bossing up. Okay, so self-empowerment, independently living, and leading the pack. Because let me just tell you, Chrisean, I was not feeling you, girl. I was like, you need to tighten up ASAP, baby. For real. Okay, and look, her focal point, flexing it, showing off, you know, and again, that's the energy of her doing that, because, but this could be BlueFACE or the people around her flexing too, but Chrisean look like she's gonna have a nice little victory today, okay? Now, we got, yeah. Stability. Remember, that's what this whole focal point of the reading been about, right? Harmony and flow, getting things in order, getting her life in order, getting things together, right? Air energy is here. Ace, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, that could be someone around her, part of her team. You know, again, with that Ace of Cups, that's the energy of her. Had been feeling rejection, lost, fragmented. There's energy around that, okay? You know, separation and longing. Does she have Junior right now? Y'all chime in, please. This is the energy it's giving, right? You know, this is that ace, that fire energy. You know, remember I say that strength, that desire to keep going, but this is also Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy as well. Okay, she does have Mars here. She is taking action in the fight, but it's also attraction. Okay. Coming in hot. That might be how she coming in the fight tonight, you know. Energy, remember that Ace of Cups was energy of being closed off and guarded. So something about this cycle of her life and her going through this change that she's making has caused her to have that energy. Remember that Ace of Cups was clear twice, through and through. And that's closed off energy, guarded energy, okay? She got messages coming from her angels, ancestors, and spirit guides in her dreams, okay? The messages are here. And also something that she might have been avoiding, maybe not wanting to face, you know, the energy around Junior. And that, too, is that closed, guarded resistance energy, okay? So that could be as well, right? Very much so in the energy, okay? Let's pull up Got union. So she got some type of energy coming, okay? Soulmate energy, decisions, proposal, integration, integration, the yin and yang energy, okay? Dreams. Again, her dreams are heavy. So Chrisean got heavy messages coming in her dreams. Messages will be coming through telepathically, 5D communication, okay? Her spirit guides, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and signs. Yeah, she'll have temptation and self-deception, but making wise choices, okay? And guarded, again, a lot of that closed off energy. And ain't that funny? She real closed off and guarded when it comes to the child. Look at the picture of the mother and the child. So that's where that energy is coming from. Y'all see that? Vulnerable, holding patterns, security at all costs, blocked heart chakra. Having to accept that he does have delays. We saw that in the messages, right? She keep getting love and kisses here, so we'll see some of that too, right? Receiving and giving affection and falling in love. All right? We got success here. We do. Oh, and also creativity. Have fun. Express yourself in new ways. Again, new cycle is here for Chrisean, period. She got 2 major arcana. She got the wheel and she got the world, okay? So she is moving forward, forward, forward. Grateful and success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. She don't have a successful fight tonight, okay? She will retreat. Time to spend time alone. Reflection on past and current situations. We saw that energy in the messages. And look, she love that little baby now. Keep coming up, embrace, find a peace with your current state of being. And a lot of these messages keep showing mother-child. Y'all see that? It's interesting. Okay? All right. And then you have, I did pull 10 twin flames, so we'll do the T last. So in any relationships that have to do with any energy between her and past will be, and now here will be the biological clock. You're allowed to want what you want, and the pressure is real, but don't settle for the wrong person just because the timing feels urgent, okay? Hot and cold, real love doesn't leave you confused. You deserve consistency, not the chaos of wondering which version of them you'll get today. Energy of BlueFACE, right? So mutual effort. You're both showing up, checking in, and putting in the work. That's what makes love thrive, okay? Chrisean learning lessons now. Toxic cycles, okay? You run this loop so many times, it feels like fate, but it's just a pattern of waiting to be broken, okay? So closing out that cycle with him. And even if we see a push for somewhere along the way, her messages of strength are here, okay? You got money problems. You're not on the same page financially, and it's bleeding into your emotional connection. And wasn't he taking advantage of her financially? There's the messages. Sacred mirror. This connection reflects not only your wounds, but your power, your patterns, and your potential. These truths can only rise in the light of real intimacy. And we'll leave that there. Chrisean, sacred mirror. A lot of transformation coming out of this situation with BlueFACE. Y'all see that? That's deep. Okay? And then look at this message. Truth coming out. Remember that was also in her messages. New perspective, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, and communication. Remember her messages came in at the very top, Mercury communication. So a lot of truth, her, seeking truth, her understanding her truth, clear actions right now. New perspective, her actually seeing the truth. I can't say it enough, okay? So we should see some changes in that regard, right? Very much so. Okay. Wow. Being seen. In the presence, you feel something rare, fully witnessed, deeply known, and still completely accepted. That was on the bottom. Being seen. Y'all see that? I'm gonna leave the picture so y'all can see it. Okay. All right. Her paying attention to red flags, right? You know your gut is screaming, patterns you've seen before. Don't ignore the signs and believe what they show you. So her stepping out of that energy. Power couple energy is here. You know, two strong energies aligning. So love is a team sport. She got a lot of love messages. It could be new love, maybe for the better. And that's what we praying, right? Secret crush. Somebody got hidden feelings for you, Chrisean, all right? The energy is mutual, or is it? All right. Everything in divine timing for her. And again, these messages are all up until this point, divine timing for Chrisean, right? So any delay she's, went through is with a purpose. We clearly saw that in the message, but never a denial. This is a transformation and a new cycle for her, and more things are also aligning behind the scenes. Trust the schedule. Remember I said that in her energy too is some things that aren't yet seen that are forming. And that's the confirmation right there, right? Watching out for the red flags. Watching out for the drunk text, okay? Liquid courage and honesty. Late night confessions and unfiltered emotions. A drunk mind speaks a sober heart, okay? And right now, her new cycle, Chrisean needs to watch out for fake friends. Two-faced company, smiles in public, shades you in private, hidden agendas, and sabotage. They celebrate you in public, but they hate you in private. And remember, we did see Ten of Swords. So I think with her being in the new cycle, I think she's aware and paying attention to everything that's going on, all right? But we do know messages that everything for her is in divine timing. And even though this is a twin flame energy, between her and BlueFACE, that push-pull, House of Mirrors energy, deep triggers and deep healing, not for the faint of heart, which we've watched this all, kind of come out on the platform and play out between the two, but she's moving forward too, looks like she's pushing forward. So we always come back to it again. Peace and love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Look like victory is here for our girl this evening. So I'll see you guys soon and in the next one. And we'll just do BlueFACE on his own. And the mama and all them and all that circus, right? Love y'all. See y'all soon. Thanks for watching the Calming Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.